Well, if you look at the whole pattern of Israel's role in the world and what it's done to the U.S., it's very clear that the U.S. has completely subordinated itself to Israel in relation to anything to do with the Middle East, if not beyond that. I pointed out in the article that just as the American founding fathers detailed a long train of abuses and usurpations committed toward them by the British, it's not very hard to put together a very long list of crimes and violations of law and various kinds of usurpations committed by Israel with the U.S. blessing. And the American political system, unfortunately, has proven unable to exercise any independence whatsoever from Israel at the current moment. The Congress is reduced to being a cheering gallery for Netanyahu. They can't legislate anything that doesn't have the approval of the Israelis. The executive branch, Obama, for example, occasionally makes the most timid suggestions that perhaps Israel's policies aren't perfect, and immediately he's pounced on by Israel and its agents in the U.S., and he beats a hasty retreat, as we've seen since his term began. So what I argued in the article that I wrote, which came out of discussion on board the Audacity of Hope, the U.S. boat to Gaza, is that we Americans are very proud of our independence, of our founding fathers, and our tradition of as pioneers of democracy. But I think we need to realize that we have in fact subordinated ourselves to a foreign country that has its own interests. Actually, even to not just to a foreign country, but to a tribal ideology of Zionism that regards Jews as a chosen people above all others, and we've subordinated ourselves to that, and it's not consistent with the values and the traditions that Americans are proud of. And I'm very well aware that most Americans don't see things that way, but I think more and more are beginning to see that, and I'm hopeful that we'll eventually see some kind of a change and some kind of real declaration of independence on the part of the U.S. from Israel.